Alright, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to The King's Speech. So this took a longer time than I would have liked to finally get around to recording. Unfortunately, this is completely on me for not having avoided Twitter and spoilers before I did so. I unfortunately do know, I think, the last page spread of this chapter and what it entails. So it's not like a huge, big spoiler kind of ruins the chapter, the story, or anything, but yeah, unfortunately, it gets spoiled on it. That said, I'm glad I did wait until this point because I finally forced myself to go back and revisit the Nationals arc, which I don't think I'd actually looked at since it came out originally, and I kept meaning to go back and revisit it, and for one reason or another, I kept putting it off. Finally got time to go back and revisit it and look at it. Filled in a bunch of gaps in my memories of what exactly happened and about certain characters and motivations and things like that. So I'm glad I did that before I'd reacted to this chapter now, knowing what I know and knowing certain spoilers for it. So without that said, without further ado, we'll dive straight into the Haikyuu chapter. Just two more quick notes before we dive in. One was me going to say that I have some thoughts also because I've also seen certain takes and things about the reveal in this chapter I'll probably address once I get through it as well. And I'm also going to apologize in advance because I do have a terrible memory. I guarantee I'm going to have forgotten the names of some of the characters on both teams. So if I mess it up, apologize in advance, but just have that kind of memory. So without further ado, let's get into it with Haikyuu chapter 391. By Haruichi Furudate, translation by Adrian Beck, lettering by Erika Tariquez. And it looks like Furudate's burying the lead again with the chapter title. Ugh. And you see, like, oh, my serves suck. They suck so bad. And you have Atsumu just head down, slumped over on the counter of a diner. As you have Osamu going, what? That new one? That new one you're trying? He's like, I gotcha. The new one ain't working out. And that started bleeding over, making you screw up your other serves. And then that started bleeding over. Now everything just sucks, right? And you have Atsumu just kind of grumpily just staying silent, his head still on the counter. As Osamu goes, why the sudden need for a new one, though? You were doing just fine with the other two. Why tinker with something that's already good enough? And you're having just frustrated, like, but I gotta! He's like, I saw Orlov doing it, now I've just gotta do it too. I mean, how can I not? And you see Mikhail Orlov, 26, Russian volleyball player. And Yao Atsumu going, it's just too cool, like, really, really cool. When you see something cool, how can you not want to do it too? You know, someone just silently watching him. Then mocking him going, now if you'd been, I've gotta do it to get good, I need to. Then that would have been one thing. I wouldn't mind trying to cheer you up then. But that ain't the case, is it? You want to do it just cause. In that case, so what? Get so greedy you crash and burn? I don't care. And Otsumu gets pissed off. He's like, hey, you gotta be mean? Why can't you just tell me you can do it? You're the most gifted guy ever. We both know that's... And you see... Oh, you see him bringing out this huge onigiri that looks like it's dressed up in a little tuxedo. You just see like this huge mound of rice with the seaweed wrapping around it like a tuxedo with a little mound on top. And he goes, one minced tuna and spring onion rice ball up. And then you see Atsumu go, ooh, yum, as he gets all excited. He's like, ah, squaff, waff. And you see him just taking the steaming rice ball and just biting into it. Just got this look of such satisfaction as he's crunching into the seaweed and the rice and just enjoying the taste. Oh man, I love that. I just love how much you can see just the enjoyment coming off that page. Oh, I love it. And you see him as he's just savoring the taste. Then he stops as he notices something. And someone's like, oh, he caught on to it. And then he goes, you got it, didn't you? The first new rice of the year. And you see behind So a fresh bag of rice as he goes, came in last night. And you flash back to the court again as Seiko's going, wait then, he isn't just a dual wielder anymore. He's a trial wielder? And you have chapter 391, Who Needs Memories? Yes! Oh, the call back to nationals. Oh, yes! And you see Atsumu just calling his eyes and goes bump, 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 bump. And you see him doing the run up as he spikes the ball again with a boom. You have, now, which will we see? And you see the ball just going in a straight arc, and it swerves right before it hits Hiragami. And it smashes down. It's like, oh, the new hybrid. And Atsumiya claims another untouched service ace of the day. Jump floater serves, which have little to no spin, will twist and serve unpredictably in the air, making them a challenge to bump. Oh, not Hiragami, Hoshiyumi. Why am I getting names confused so badly today? And he goes, but with this last one, Miya deliberately put a hard spin on the ball, making it curve sharply at the end. And you have him just cheers like, ah, it's a nice shot, it's like Miya. And you see, and the result, a score for Atsumi Miya, ladies and gentlemen. He's on a roll tonight. And you see Black Jackals 5 to Adlers 2. And you have Kageyama Gu his excited, angry face, as you have, and no surprise that the Adlers quickly call their first timeout of the set. And you see the standard technique for bumping a jump floater serve is to step a little farther forward and catch it with an overhanded pass before it has a chance to swerve. And you see a little infographic of like Hinata ducking down under the ball, bumping it. And you have, but with Miya's hybrid serve, the ball has much more velocity on it. In most cases, an overhanded pass isn't going to be able to fully catch it. Previously, teams watched Miya's pre-serve routine, which had some clear tells to let you know what was coming. Now it looks like he's taking advantage of those tells to confuse opponents. Very tricky. And you have Asahi and Daiichi just having the most unamused, you gotta be shitting me faces. Oh, they're so pissed off. Oh, I love it. And then you see, I think this is Kita talking, going, while folks like me might practice this is Kita, 1, 2, and 3. The twins will come up and say, why do 1 through 10 when we could try through Z? Wouldn't that be cool? He goes, the coach goes, what will clinging to a year ago, a week ago, an hour ago get us? Nothing. And you have Haisuke Risike, 21, Inarazaki grad, college senior, VC Kanagawa, V-League Division 1. This goes, man, I always knew Atsumu-san was a monster. And you have Heiki Chichigai, 21, Shinzen grad, college senior, VC Kanagawa middle blocker, V-League Division 1. As he goes, hey, you're no slouch either, you know. Didn't you get the best server award your third year in high school? Don't give up so easily. You have, aim to take the top server award here in the V-League too. And Haisuke is just like, yeah. He's like, of course, you can't forget you're going up against not just Miya-san, but Kageyama and Ushiwaka, and Sakusa-san and Romero and other guys too. And you see Yusuke is just getting more and more downtrodden. As you have the announcer going, looks like the Adlers have switched up to a 4-man serve receive formation. They bring in Ushijima, who doesn't normally participate in that format. And you have Daiichi counting as he has 4 steps. Like this time and you see him do it against the serve as you see it swerving in the air in front of Ushijima. It goes a jump floater. And you see Ushijima just diving down low to bump the ball. And you have Ushijima gets it up, but it's not the cleanest. And you see Kageyama running up to set it. And you have Hoshiumi-san. And so Hoshiumi runs up to spike it. And he gets shut down by Hinata and one of the others who I cannot make out. Oh, Hinata and Mayon shut him down. And you have Hoshiumi tools the block for the score. Oh, Artsik bounces it off him to score. Send the score to 5-3 for the Jackals to Adlers. And you have from one nasty server to the next, Romero steps up for the Adlers. Will the Black Jackals be able to stop him at 1? Oh. That is a vicious looking serve. You have Romero just spiking at full force between Hinata and Mayon just barely Sakusa. Sakusa just barely manages to dig it. with an Omi-kun. And you have, ooh. It was like, damn it, low and short. And you see, as the ball's going in, you see Atsumu just going in under it, leaning down, and he just bumps it. And you have Bakudo running up to do his jump. He goes, hup. It's like, there you go. And you have Bakudo on the right. And you have, Kagunagawa going, man, in his shoes, I'd have to lean real hard on my left there. And you have you have Kenma just getting annoyed seeing this going, seriously, just dig the thing. What's wrong with that? Ugh, watching him is enough to wear me out. And you see Kageyama thinking back to, a dig is just 2 arms. Overhand means you got 10 fingers to use. Oh, that's Atsumu talking. Sorry, talking to Aran. He goes, 10 is more than 2. More support is better, so I went overhand because I'm a setter. And you see as Bakudo's jumping up, his eyes just light up. Oh, perfect view! And just smashes it down. Romero tries to dig it and misses with a hiss. And you have, nice! And you have, despite the awkward position, Atsumu Miya still managed to send a gorgeous set over it to his right. And you see Atsumu just glowing. He's like, yeah, uh-huh. He's like, isn't he did just? And you see them thinking back to the junior volleyball clinic with former All Japan setter Mashioko Inumada. It's okay, you don't gotta be scared. I'll let you hit it nice and easy. And you have Atsumu going, hey, you know, setters are pretty cool. And you have, not only does he keep blockers from reading his sets until the very last possible second, he always manages to set the ball in a way that's very easy and comfortable for his hitters to hit. And you see, back in the day, I remember our old club captain said he didn't like the team motto. And the banner is, who needs memories? And he goes, I've always liked it, but now I feel like I'm finally getting it. In volleyball, the past is gone. There ain't no such thing as memories. And you have them all just watching as he goes 6 steps in the count and just all step forward, subconsciously all just stepping forward. And he goes, all you need is right here. As he jumps to serve, he goes, all I need. And you have a little kid up in the stands going, yummy, as he's munching on Osamu's onigiri. And he goes, wait until we get to our seats. And you see, yes. Oh boy, you see the ball just landed smack dab right inside the center line at the edge of the court, right past Romero. It smashes down, launches off, and he's just going, yeah! It's like, nice shot. It's like, are my muscles? And you have Mia! And you see Daichi Sawamura and Asahi just watching in disbelief. As you have score! This time it was pure power as Mia nails a perfect jump serve. I love this spread. As you see Kida standing in the middle of a rice field, taking his cap off, wiping his brow. And you see Shinsuke Kida, 24, Inarazaki grad, rice farmer. And you see on the little bag that he sent to Osamu, it has bag proper Hyogo rice. Next chapter hits May 10th. Oh, my. Oh, I love this chapter. Oh, that's... That said, like, I don't really have much more to say about it because this was really kind of a display of the high level of volleyball everyone is playing at now, and really like how refined everyone's technique has become, you know, after years of practice and experience. It was really good to kind of see everyone finally falling into their groove and seeing Atsumu Miya, you know, at his best, you know, in his prime, doing possibly one of the best plays of his life. And I just love the callback to nationals as he's just living, you know, thinking about the past is gone. You really just need to live in the present and really appreciate every moment. Which brings us to kind of Kida's reveal that he was a farmer. Because I know that a lot of the debate around this, when the chapter came out, was a lot of people kind of getting mad at Furodate, like, oh, how dare you have Kita just be a rice farmer. It's not a glamorous or glorious job. Oh, how could you have him do something, so lowly? And like I think a lot of people that are more articulate than me have already pointed this out on Twitter. But there's nothing lowly or dishonorable or sucky or whatever about being a rice farmer. It is a very important, like agricultural jobs typically are frowned upon because they're seen as low level, low skilled manual labor. I think a lot of people, because I tend to look down on those jobs as kind of grunt work and like above beneath them. But honestly, like having reread Nationals and like seeing Kita do this, like to me it fits perfectly with I think what Furadate characterized him as being someone that takes pleasure in a job well done, in having or holding a position where you might not really get the recognition and praise you deserve, despite doing a job that is very taxing, very demanding, that is very necessary, to kind of support everyone around you, the economy, whatever in this case. And so to me, it makes sense that Kita would do something like rice farming, which is such an integral part of the economy, but that is looked down upon and diminished by so many people who don't really recognize the importance of it. And I feel like the callback to Atsumu saying that all I need are my muscles. I don't need the memories. I just need the muscles and everything I've built up to get to this point. And seeing Osamu at the beginning giving him this hearty meal to kind of chow down on, to nourish him. I really love the Furadate's tied all those callbacks together to bring us to here and now to this reveal, which really feels so impactful. And I really, really love that reveal so far. I think the other aspect of this I really love is I think a lot of other shonen stories, because a lot of the times the main characters have such grandiose and glamorous dreams, we kind of get lulled into this idea that if you are not striving to attain what seems to be unachievable, or something that's glamorous and glorious and honorable and all that, then you're not really putting in your best effort. That feels kind of like you're diminishing a lot of things. And I really appreciate that Furadate doesn't take that tack where it's like, just because they're playing volleyball and all this, going to have this glamorous lifestyle, they have to shoot for the stars after they're done. And a lot of them really have kind of just moved on to kind of simple jobs and careers after volleyball. And I feel like that's a very realistic approach to take in a shonen series that's very atypical from what you kind of typically get. And I feel like Kita is really representative of that, where he becomes a rice farmer. And I feel like Furadate really wants to emphasize the importance and the necessity of these jobs that are looked down upon, that are losing train of thought here, that are really important and should be appreciated more than they are. So I really appreciate Furadate for doing stuff like that, where I think very few other authors would do it. So again, Haikyuu continues to excel every single week. Absolutely phenomenal series. Can't wait to see where the next chapter goes. Till next time, this is Ash. I will talk to you all later.